Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. We have Sam Fender here again with his beautiful song called The Dying Light. A great song as usual from Sam Fender. So we will start to set our capo on the 3rd fret, and we have 6 chords here to handle. So let's start with those right away. We have the G, so that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, open B, or 3rd B. You can use the 3rd or open B there, and then finally the 3rd E. Okay, the next chord will be E minor. That is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, open B, and open E. Next chord is D, so open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. Then we have C, so 3rd on A, 2nd D, open G, 1st B, and open E. Then A minor, open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 1st B, and open E. And finally the D sus4. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. Those are the 6 chords. Yeah, so this one starts out very easy. The chord progression will be G to E minor to D to C. That is the intro, and that will be also the case with the first verse. The same chords and same chord progression there. So you will play only downs, and you're gonna play 8 downs for each chord. So G for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then D. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that is the intro. One round of these chords, and then starts the first verse, and you're gonna play the same way here in the first verse. The only difference here is you're gonna play it for 2 chord progression rounds, so G8, E minor 8, D8, and C8. That times 2, and that will make up for the first verse. And this is a piano song, so there are more notes to it than just downstrokes that you hear here from the guitar. But on the guitar, that will be the easiest way of playing this song, and yeah, it will sound pretty much the same or close to the original song. So 2 rounds of that, and that is the first verse. Then starts an instrumental part, and here it changes a little bit, or pretty much. The chords now will be G to D sus4 to A minor to C. Okay, and this is the part that I played in the introduction here of this tutorial. I'm gonna play it for you 1 round now again, and then I'm gonna show you how it's done. So let's go. All right, so what I do here, I play G, 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 D, 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 A minor, C, 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 C. Okay? Or, I mean, A, C, 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 C. So it will be in total 4 downs for each chord, G, D, A minor, and C. Yeah, D sus4, A minor, and C. Yeah, so I think you understand this. Now we have this melody built into these chords. So I'm gonna first give you the notes, just the notes, and then I'm gonna show you how to handle them into the chords. So the notes will be for the G chord. So that is found on the B string first, 2 times on the 1st fret, and then you're gonna play the open B string 2 times. This part belongs to G. The next part belongs to the D sus4, and it's found on the G string. And and it's 2 times on the 2nd fret G string and 2 times on the open G string. The next 4 notes are found in the A minor and on the B string. So the first 2 will be 3rd fret on B string, and the next 2 will be found on the 1st fret B string. And these belongs to the A minor. And then finally the C will be played like this. So it's 2 times on the open B string and 2 times on the 2nd fret G string. Alright, so this G, D sus for A minor and C, we'll play that for 2 rounds of this chord progression, and that will be the instrumental part. Now, how do we do this? Okay, so let's start with the G first. What I do there, I hold the bass strings here from the G chord, and the rest I cannot do because we have to have the fingers for the melody. So I have my fingers here on the 2nd fret A string and 3rd fret B string, sorry, E string in the bass. So I have that, and then I manage to do and yeah, handle the melody down there. Okay, so on the first I have my index finger on the 1st fret B string to have that melody. So 2 downs like this, and here I want to really emphasize the notes here I'm playing. So for this case, the B string. And what I can do there, I can try to avoid the open E string, and that is a rule. The notes or the string you want to emphasize, try to stop at that string. That will highlight this string more. So in this case, try to stop on your downstrokes on the B string. Okay? Okay, like this. 2 downs, and then I release it to get the open B string. And that's it for G. So, okay. Then I shift to the D sus4. So in that case, I hold the chord as it is, but I will have it without. I will try to avoid the last string here, since we don't want to get that high up on the notes. So these notes now I want to emphasize are the 2nd fret G string 2 times and the open G string. So what I do here, I basically just hold the 2nd fret G string and the 3rd fret B string. That is the only strings I need here. I don't want to go down as far as on the E string down there. Okay, so I'm playing 2 downs on the G string mostly, and then 2 downs still on the G string, but now on the open. Okay, then we shift to the A minor part, and this sounds like this. Okay, so we have the notes on the B string. So on your downstrokes, try to stay and stop on the B strings. Now for this case, we have on the 3rd fret B string 2 times. So what I do there, I hold the full A minor chord as it is, and I just add with my little pinky the 3rd fret B string on the first 2, and then I release it to get the 1st fret B string, which is the notes there that need to be highlighted there. So 2 times on this, on the standard A minor chord. Okay, so and that's it for the A minor part. And finally we have the C here. Now this chord here, I hold it as it is, but I'm gonna release the B string here because the notes goes on the open B string first 2 times. So you're just gonna play it without the 1st fret B string. You play it with open, and yeah, again try to stop at the B string like this. And the next 2 notes, the next final 2 notes will be found on the G string 2nd fret. So what I do there, I have this open, I play it open on the first 2, and then I'm gonna add it with my little index finger here on the 2nd fret G string. And that is the melody here. So I'm gonna play it for you a little bit slower so you can listen and really see what's happening there. And then I'm gonna, yeah, I don't need to play faster. Actually, it goes pretty slow as it is. So a little bit slower here, and we play it for one round. Let's go. Alright, so that was one round. You play for 2 rounds, and that's the instrumental part. Now for the next second verse here, this technique here continues, and you're gonna play for another 2 rounds. So same here. Sorry, yeah, like this. That is one round, you play for 2. And then you are just a small part into the second verse. And in the lyrics, when the starts saying there, the night is so impossible. From here on, you're gonna play still the same chords here, the G, the D sus4, the A minor, and C. Okay, so the chords here, they are the same as the instrumental part for the second verse, not the same as the first verse. It's a slight change there, okay? So G, D sus4, A minor, and C, that is what we need. So in the lyrics, the night is so impossible. Here, we need to switch the strumming, okay? So we will have a new strumming pattern that is 4 downs in total, but the third down will be more emphasized. So if we start with the G chord, since that is the first chord, it will be like this. Okay. That is one chord progression there. So the G, you're gonna play 4 downs, and on the third, I emphasize this one. And how do I do that? I incorporate more strings. That's my way of emphasizing one down there. So on the others, I just play I just chew more on the bass strings here, incorporate maybe 3 or 4 maybe strings. But on the one I want to emphasize, I make a full downstroke and I go back to the chewing there, okay? So it will be like this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, okay? Alright, so that is the strumming. You're gonna play 2 strumming rounds for G, 2 for D sus2, 2 for A minor, and 2 for C. That is one chord progression. And you're gonna play that for 4 rounds. So let's go for a couple of rounds of this. D, sus4, A minor, C, C, G, G, D sus4, A minor, and C, G, G, D sus4, A minor, and C, C. Yeah, so this is the strumming there. For 4 rounds, and then you have covered the second verse. Then we have just a final part, the outro part here. It will be the same chords, continuous. So G, D sus4, A minor, and C. You're gonna play that for 8 rounds. And now we'll go back to this instrumental part. Like this, okay? But now we have more it has built up this tension here, so now it's more intense. So you could stay with this instrumental part and just play like this, 2 downs like this, and just continue. But in the song here, it has a bit more to it. So what I would suggest here, if you could, is just to include more downstrokes and still have the right timing. I will not teach how to do that right now, but it could sound something like this. Yeah, something like that. So what I do there, I just add more downs to it. The timing is the most important thing here, so you have the switches in the right time and have the melody with you. So that is just one extra material there. You will play that for 8 rounds. So yeah, and that will finish this song from Sam Fender called The Dying Light. So a great song from him as usual, and good luck with this one. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I try my best to give you the best content here possible, and I would like you to give something back. So thumb up this if you like this one, subscribe if you haven't yet, and see you soon. And don't forget, guys, play tuned.